I like Orlando Health because of their excellent customer service, and the nurses who work there are fast and nice to the patients in the hospital. The environment is wonderful and welcoming.
So the reason that I chose Orlando Health is because I love their customer service. From the moment you walk in to the moment you walk out, they make you feel like family. They make you feel like you're the most important person there. They give you their time, consideration, and love and care. And that's really something that I found comfortable with being there. That's why I chose them. Hello, today I'm interviewing Erica Gonzalez Brown, and she works for Orlando Health. All right. So, what entity are you with, and why did you choose this entity?
Well, the entity that I'm with is a corporation.
Okay.
The reason we chose this particular corporation is because it's a non-for-profit corporation. And we did that because, the need for capital is easy to raise without losing ownership. If the public is in control, then the public is the one that gains the capital, and they never lose ownership in regards to that.
Okay. All right. And what is your firm's most important contract, and who is it with?
Our most important contract is probably a toss between medical equipment and pharmaceutical.
Okay.
But I would guess probably more medical equipment. And that would probably be one of our contractors would be Quest Medical Supply. We do have a wide range of corporations and other people that we work with, but Quest is probably one of our more important contracts.
Okay. And what would you say some of your terms of agreement?
Quality. Quality would definitely be one of our biggest terms of agreement. When we're dealing with, people and their health, we definitely want to make sure that the quality of the equipment is going to be of high grade. We want to make sure that there's no risks to our patients and to their families. So we need things to be, of great quality and care. And we want to make sure that if there is any issues, that they're going to be willing to take ownership and responsibility for damages.
Okay. All right. And what would you say your most valuable type of intellectual property? For example, do you have any trademarks, any trade secrets, copyright, or patents, anything of that sort?
Well, I would probably say our most important intellectual property would be our policies and procedures.
Okay.
Without a standard operation of policy and procedures, we wouldn't be able to function as the corporation that we are. And it is specific to our corporation to make us one of the top hospitals in the country, to make us a place that people want to go to. You have to have a policy in place to meet all the needs, to meet all the demands of the varying hospital and medical issues that we encounter.
Okay. And how do you acquire these legal rights for these property?
Well, I mean, we create them ourselves, so obviously it's copyrighted. It's specific to our corporation, and we want to make sure that no one else can get their hands on it. We do share certain information, things that are standard known, but we make it legalized so it's for us. It's not something that is widely used. Every hospital has their way of doing things. The way we work is specific to us, and it was created for us.
Okay. And who would you say your firm's most essential agent is?
Right off the top of my head, I would probably have to say our nursing staff is going to be our most essential agent. We do have so many people and personnel that are very important to the hospital that help it work, from the doctors to the techs, respiratory therapists, and even our volunteers. But when it comes to the vast majority, it's going to be nurses. Nurses have the ability to work autonomously as well as work underneath somebody. They learn to work as a team and as an individual, and with those unique skill sets, they make one of our most essential agents.
Okay, so are your nursing, are they employees or are they independent contractors?
They're employees.
They are employees. Okay,
Yes.
that's good. All right. So, what would you say your most prevalent lawsuit that you may be facing today?
I would say probably the most prevalent one is going to be medical malpractice. Everybody has their own way of viewing things, and if there was ever an error or someone was not happy with the outcome of a scenario, that's when we would encounter it. When you have someone's life in your hands, there's always that concern of how they're viewing you're handling that life. Whether it ended in a death and they weren't happy with the outcome, whether it was natural causes or not, whether they believed we did enough or not, which is why we have our policies in place and why we always want to make sure that we're doing what we need to to find all the information.
So with your firm, what would you say your commitment to ethics is in the ethic culture?
Well, I mean, in this particular setting, and when you're dealing with people, in life and death, ethics is definitely very high, and we run into a vast variety of ethical dilemmas, so we definitely have a high standard for it, whether it's a family who doesn't want to do something that we know would be life-saving, that we know would have minimal risk, that we know would definitely have a positive outcome, and they refuse it. Do we override what their choices are, or do we proceed to save a life? That's definitely a huge dilemma that we can encounter. Or on the other but we have an ethics committee. We do have a team. All of our employees are very well trained and follow the ethical standards that we set in our hospital. And whenever in doubt, we do have personnel that they can turn to. We always work together, and everyone is always readily available for any questions or dilemmas that we may encounter.
Oh, that is awesome. Well, Erica, I do want to thank you and I do appreciate you so much for sending